really good with the takedowns. I was like, all right, this is a new Cody. We're seeing a better Cody out here, but Font stayed so calm. He used that jab. He set him up every single time with his footwork, leading him to the right hand. Such a beautiful night for Rob Font.
Yeah, and it's funny, though, because we were all saying, there's no way this goes to decision.
Yeah.
There's no way this goes 5 rounds. And, of course, it did. But, Alan, let's talk about some of these highlights, if you can. Take us through them. Because, yes, Rob Font basically tonight looked like he was doing everything right.
Firing on all cylinders tonight. Tonight was one of Rob Font's best performances. He did not get the finish, but he put on a clinic and showed everybody why he should be one of the next guys being a contender in line for that belt. He was number 3 going into this fight. Cody Garbrandt, number 4 coming on to this fight. We said this, Bilal told you, Cody needs to use the kicks and use the wrestling in this fight. He did that early, but he could not withstand the onward-forward attack that Rob Font brought. You saw that beautiful break elbow right there. I love seeing guys that are aware of that on the break. And these are the big exchanges right here. When you see guys both loading up in the pocket, both finishing with hooks, those are some of Cody Garbrandt's best moments. But it was Rob Font pushing forward, staying true to that jab, finishing look at these feints right here. He had feints upstairs and feints downstairs, landed a beautiful head kick at that point in the fight. You could see Cody Garbrandt starting to fade a little bit. Also, Rob Font in this fight, he stayed true to the game, hands up, used the jab, went to the body numerous times. The 5th round, Cody Garbrandt came out with a new fire underneath him, right? He was coming out blazing. He was landing some overhands. He was showing that he wanted to win this fight, even though he was down on the judges' scorecards. Rob Font would have none of it. He kept to the decision, to the pace, got his hand raised at the end of the night, and fought a beautiful fight for 25 minutes.
Such an amazing fight. And the biggest thing I took from it was he listened to his coaches. His coach was like, hey, the body's there. Keep going to the body. Keep going to the body. And it was hurting him. You could tell it was affecting Cody a little bit. We never see Cody really gas like that. The only 5-round fight we've seen him in was Dominic Cruz. And he was leading the dance the whole fight with that one. He was dominating that fight. This time, Rob was leading the dance. Rob was like, he was withering him down. And then all of a sudden, we seen it at the end. Even when Cody took him down in the beginning, Rob didn't panic. You know, it was his first main event. You're like, oh, crap, he took me down. Almost got into Kimura. He showed that he's good everywhere. He's very universal.
I was going to say, sorry, Karen, it's damage, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's your damage bar. We talk about this when you play video games. The more you get hit, the more your damage bar withers down. And he's never taken this type of damage before. Yes, Cody Garbrandt has been finished before in his career, but he's never been for 25 minutes this type of striking differential in the fight. And I think that's what also slowed down the cardio pace, the body shots and the amount of shots that he took to the face.
Well, Bilal, I want to ask you about Rob Font because yesterday we were talking about him and his angles and setting up footwork. You kept calling for the uppercut. Why did you think that was going to work tonight?
Because he was setting it up so nice. Like, he's very good at, like, going overhand, and then setting you up when you're not thinking about it. Cody was going for that takedown all the time. He landed him too early, so next time Cody ducked under, he could have caught him with it. I feel like he's so good with his jab, leading that jab, pushing forward on Cody, and then when somebody's pushing forward on you the whole time, the only thing you can really do is figure out a way to get out of that corner, and then you duck down a little bit. So that's why I feel like Rob sets everything up beautifully with that jab. Right hand, even the head kick today, he didn't throw a lot of them, but when he did throw them, they were landing.
And this fight just had you on in, right?
Yeah,
it had you at the edge of your seat the entire time. You could tell going into that first round, there was danger involved in this fight. Anything could happen, especially the way that Cody Garbrandt came out. And look, we saw Cody in this fight get stumbled a couple times in the first round, right? He was hurt a little bit in the first round. We saw a smart Cody. I like what he did. He collected himself. He circled out. He regained himself. Before the old Cody, as Bilal says, the Southwest Airlines Cody, he would have jumped into the fire.
Yeah.
Cody stayed true. He listened to his coaches. He did the right thing. Font was not going to be denied tonight. He was just a better man tonight.
But I do wish we got a little of that Southwest Cody in the 5th round. You know, we got a little taste of it, man. But, like, when it's the 5th round, you need that finish. Cody's a finisher, so we need that angry Cody back. So, I mean, we need to find a happy medium right there where he's still when he gets angry, when he's not going crazy.
He gets in trouble.
Yeah.
But he's also very deadly as well.
Yeah, but we saw him today. You know, he uses wrestling. You know, that's something that we never seen him take anybody down before. We saw him against Dominic Cruz once or twice, but he doesn't use it. He has good wrestling. He has good top game. So use it a little bit more, but add a little more power into your punches now with that, because we still want to see that knockout Cody.
Yeah. Well, we saw an incredible Rob Font tonight, and, you know, a lot of us are wondering if he's going to be next for the title. The picture is kind of interesting. The boss was in the building, so we should probably hear what he has to think about it. Heidi was able to catch up with Dana White. Let's take a listen.
Thank you very much, Karen. All right, Dana, main event, Rob Font. He's got that incredible reach advantage, and then you couple that with the jab. pretty impressive stuff from him tonight.
Yeah, he looked good tonight. You know, he went out there and set the pace early and, you know, shut Cody down.
He most definitely did. You know, in terms of this division, what is your intention here? We've obviously got, you know, TJ and Sandhagen fighting July 24th. Is that confirmed?
I don't know if that's the exact date, but yeah.
Okay, and then obviously Aljo. So what's...
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously, he had surgery, so we're waiting, and you know, Jan wants to wait for him, and you know, it's a little crazy right now, but we'll get it figured out.
Okay, let's go to the co-main event. Carla Esparza comes out, dominates in this performance. Did she do enough to get Rose next?
She looked like a beast tonight. She came out and absolutely dominated. You can tell by the way she was fighting that she was trying to make a statement. Statement made, message received. We see you. I don't know what we're gonna do next. If we do the rematch or if we give it to her.
It'll be interesting to keep our eyes on that one. You know, speaking of Carla, an opponent of hers, Tatiana Suarez, she's making news, been medically cleared. She's been out for 2 years, says she's moving up to 125 pounds. We know who dominates that division, Valentina Shevchenko. Do you like the idea of Tatiana as a potential suitor for the Bullet?
Yeah, I mean, obviously she's going to be a little rusty after taking 2 years off, but she was on her way. You know, people were talking about her being the next world champion. So it's exciting and fun to have her back, and I look forward to seeing her compete at 125 pounds.
All right, I'm going to ask you about another fight. UFC 265, August 7th, we have Amanda Nunes taking on Juliana Pena, but no main event. Why? Are you saving that for Francis, perhaps?
Perhaps. We're working on some things right now, and yes, that's one of the fights we're working on.
Okay. In terms of The Ultimate Fighter, we saw a little sneak peek here tonight. I know you can't tell us a lot, but what can fans expect from this season?
Oh, it's good to be back. I mean, I know that people love the show as much as I do. You know, it's you bring in the best talent. They live together. They train together. It's an absolute pressure cooker, and the fights are great this season.
Any drama?
Yeah, there's always some type of drama. You know what I mean? These guys are all living together, but more importantly, there's good talent and there's good fights, and I think that the finale is going to be great. So I'm really happy with this season.
No question about that. Before I let you go, Paul Felder announced tonight that he's done. And, you know, what do you want to say to Paul Felder?
Yeah, he's had an incredible career here. And now he's, you know, I shouldn't say starting, but he really is starting his new career, you know, after fighting. He's a great commentator. He's done an amazing job here. And I'm happy for him. Congrats on what he's done for us in the past. And I look forward to working with him in the future.
Most definitely. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Always great to hear from the president, Dana White, Karen Bryant. Guys, we'll send it back to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Heidi. And thank you so much, Dana. Guys, anything jump out at you?
I mean, a number of things. Paul, congratulations. We both retired. Well, I retired last week, but we both got a little send-off tonight.
Stop trying to steal his shine, Paul.
Yeah, Paul's always stealing everybody's shine over here. No, congrats, man. I mean, it was, I wanted to see Paul's reaction shot after the video. I think we'd have got some emotional Paul, but also Tatiana Suarez coming back, the dark horse. And now she's saying she's coming back to the 125 division. That makes things very interesting looking at Valentina Shevchenko, how dominant she's been in that division.
Oh, yeah, it's exciting.
I'm very excited to see her coming back. You know, she's been out a while, but she's that Khabib.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why when you see her, she's one of those, she'll take anybody down and dominate them. We saw that when she did it to Esparza. So I want to see her at 25, see what she could do up there.
She's incredible. Well, let's look at the rankings for the bantamweight division. Our main event went down in the bantamweight division, and coming into the evening, Rob Font was ranked number 3, as we see there. Aljamain Sterling, the champion. He was also in the building tonight, coming off of neck surgery. We've got Peter Yan there at number 1, Corey Sandhagen at number 2, Font, Garbrandt, and Aldo in there as well, guys. And so now, so we are welcoming in now Rob Font, and we are going to discuss some of this stuff with the rankings, my friend, because obviously we know that you would love a title shot. But Alan, first, actually, let's look at some of the highlights here and just kind of talk us through, Rob, if you could, too, what you were doing here tonight, what felt good for you.
That jab. I mean, you're gonna hear me say it all night. It's that jab, man. I really do believe I have the best jab in the UFC, if not definitely the bantamweight division. I could feel his speed. I could feel his power. I knew I couldn't just be in there trading with him. I couldn't trade hooks with him, and obviously go overhand for overhand with him. But I knew I could just at will touch him with my jab.
Nice. Well, when we look at those rankings, I mean, you look like you're in a great position now to be challenging for the title. Just a little bit of a, we may have to wait for Aljamain and Jan. But do you think tonight you made a statement that said you're ready for it?
Oh, but for sure. Obviously it's the belt. They got to do that rematch. They finally rebooked that Corey Sandhagen TJ fight. That's going to be amazing. I think though that fight's going to be incredible. I think Corey Sandhagen might be the most dangerous guy in the division. TJ, again, he's a dog. He always brings it. I'm waiting to see how that plays out. And then obviously I'll be patient for this. I'm in a good spot, 4 in a row. So I'm in no rush. Definitely I'm not trying to fight backwards for sure.
Yeah.
You know, in the era of Twitter fingers, everybody knows that you have to talk trash now to get your name out there. Like, us as fighters, we know your style, we love your style. Just studying you, like you're a dominant force. So, but like for the fans, like they want to see that personality. They wanted you to push them more. Like, you came on my show. We're like, yo, we need to get you on social media a little bit more. You haven't done it yet. So like,
You haven't done it yet.
Yeah, no, I guess say less. I'll get on Twitter right now. Then forget it. No, but
start cursing at people.
It's just not really me. But I guess it comes with the territory. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out, man. I'm not too worried about social media right now. Stuff, shit talking and all that. But I let my performances, speak for myself. And I just can't wait for my next one. I know it's gonna be a big one. My mind, I got to get back to the gym because these fights are only gonna get tougher.
Yeah. Rob, I got to say, man, that was such a discipline. You used the word discipline. Yes, such a disciplined performance. You even said, I listened to my coaches on this one, and you did that. I kept seeing, is he going to keep his hands high the entire 25 minutes? Is he going to continue to feint? I could hear your coaches. I see him over there. Stick the body, work the body. You would work the body. You were listening to everything. You were firing on all cylinders. Is the disciplined Rob Font the most dangerous Rob Font we've ever seen inside of the octagon?
For sure. I kind of I lose focus sometimes in the fights. I'll start landing a couple combinations. I won't say cocky, but get overconfident, I think. And then, like in this game, 1 second, everything changes. I've, especially in my last, when I fought Pedro Munoz, I was doing my thing, and then before you know it, I just got cracked. It was like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? He's on top of me, choking me, and it was just because I wasn't disciplined. I lost focus, and in this